So I'm gonna start the recording. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, so we are just reviewing the minutes from last week, or last month. All right. It's not quite 7.
Okay.
Do we have to go by that? I think we have to go.
In 1 minute. There you go.
There it is. That was a quick minute. All right, we're gonna call.
You got a meeting.
As soon as Mike takes his phone call, he's probably.
It's his alarm telling
Oh,
us to meet.
I knew she did. I hate Siri sometimes.
It's gonna go off again if you don't disable it.
All right, we're gonna call this meeting to order. And I believe these already for the meeting. So, has everybody read these? All right. We'll make a motion to accept those.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed. Okay, so we don't have any old business to discuss tonight that I'm aware of. So that takes us into why we're here tonight. So we're gonna go in the order that Susie so kindly put us in. So I believe that would be for, Mrs. Howell.
No, it's Mr. Kelly Howard. I
Miss-
apologize.
That's okay. That's my husband.
Well. All right, Mr. Kelly Howard, okay. And you are,
His wife Jolene.
okay, hi, Jane. Okay, so you're wanting to add a garage to the north side of the building. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, yes. So I have to, I'm sorry, I am still learning this process, so I have to open the public hearing and then we can go into this. So I'm gonna open the public hearing now, for, Kelly Howard property, and that, listed in there.
702.
Thank you.
208 South Bourbon Street.
Thank you. Okay, and now, to restate what I said a minute ago, you're gonna basically take the garage that you have, make it bigger, you're going to the north.
Right, there's a carport there now, so we would remove that and add a permanent attached one-car garage.
Okay.
It is my understanding, from the county though, that, I know we have here a side yard setback and lot coverage reduction, but from what I understand, they're saying that the alley needs to be vacated. But it was also my understanding that that was done sometime back, as the Salazar property has a shed that's well beyond what we would be in the alleyway of. And he would be to our northwest.
I could not find anything about the vacated alley.
Okay, is this a Salazar property? Because I don't
That's
know.
over here.
Behind it.
Oh,
This one over here
But
is.
she's talking about this alley's
This is the
showing
Salazar.
vacant. So she's already, so the existing carport's already in there.
Right, so essentially where that carport is where we would be erecting the one-car garage. We wanted to take it to where the stones were.
Just so I understand, because I drove by there, and is that current building that's there, where the golf carts parked, to the very edge of that, is that where you're wanting to go? And that's like right on the line then, right? And we don't know anything about the county thing that she was talking about?
I don't have any.
Vacating?
I reached out to Phil, and he did not know anything about the vacating. He said that it needed to be vacated.
I went to the recorder's office and couldn't find anything. They went all the way back to 1975 when he first started, which is 50 years. And Kim
Vacating,
couldn't find anything.
vacating
Many minutes.
town board issue, right?
It'll be planning and then town board to have it vacated.
Maybe.
Wasn't that maybe, is that maybe what we're thinking of? 'Cause didn't Salazar once upon a time get a request to vacate the alley that was the north and west, or north and south alley?
He might have been going to the west of his, where the house
Was
is.
it west
now.
of the house?
No, it's an alley.
Did they get a
I thought
request?
that was Third Street previously.
Oh, is it? It's straight. Well, it's, yeah, it's not straight.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
That's why I'm wondering if the vacant request is in reference to Salazar, or in reference to
So we need
the
to
south alley, or.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have
it's
to-
Yeah.
This is the house, because there's an alley on this side of the property. But this, but we need to see, we know what they want to do. So do we need to see if anybody of the neighbors showed up and talk to them and see if they have any concerns?
Will it really do anything
Yes.
with that alley being there?
That's what my question was, if there's gotta be a vacation here before we can make a decision. But how can we decide on that, if that doesn't get vacated by the county? If that, or the town, I'm sorry, by the town, if they decide not to do it. Going back to square.
There's a, whoever's talking about Salazar.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's an actual road, like she said.
Okay,
On
so
the
there's,
west
it's
side.
titled third
It's on the west side of the property.
but I know at
I
one
mean,
point
maybe
there
I'm
was
missing
a
something here, because there's a
conversation
utility
about
pole there,
them
right?
needing to clear that. Yeah,
Right
because
here,
at one
so,
point Salazar had
so I mean, do
property
they have to
in
have
that
access to
street consistently and
Or
there's
east. I
orders.
mean, there's an alley behind my house, so they have to get in, go to sewer line and stuff.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know how accurate these lines are.
How far is Beacon off?
It'll be off 3 feet.
So Beacon, so what we're seeing there can be off as much as 3 feet.
Well, so there's already built in the alley, even if it is off 3 feet.
Cause it's either
You mean Salazar down that property or
Yeah.
other?
And there's,
our,
Really?
because of their deck.
Salazar has a garage in the alley.
Where were the dimensions of your lot like where did you receive the dimensions of your lot initially from? The county? Or,
The report's me.
no, I mean when they built their home,
Oh,
where,
Rochester would have gotten them from the county
Was there a survey on this property originally?
long time ago, yeah,
Before you built your house though?
yes.
This is
So there
showing
should be survey stakes.
their patio on the neighbor's property. That's not what we're dealing with.
that's right there. I mean, that's how inaccurate you can tell it is that their patio is not on the neighbor's property, called on the dead body.
Honestly, I don't know that we can do anything tonight until we know if that alley's gonna be.
I think.
I mean, I don't know that it'll matter, but I certainly don't wanna put them in a position where might be, we have to backstep them.
I think we should table it or whatever until they figure out.
Is there a utility pole there and power line?
I thought there was one pole there, right?
Behind the
Just
carport.
behind that little car.
NIPSCO has to be able to get to that. If you,
So what do they need? a new survey,
Come in from the other end.
or to have the survey read,
Yeah,
or
three
what's
legs
your
and
thoughts
pull
on
in
that?
their requirements, I think, are 15 feet on each side. 12, 15.
We'll have that now.
I mean, if they get it surveyed, then the survey stakes will show where the actual property line is as opposed to the alley.
And you'll know the accuracy
I
of
think
beacon,
you're still
and
gonna
then
be
you
in
can
that.
factor from that.
Oh, three. Off record.
Figured out, especially if there's poles through there, NIPSCO has to have access.
So then what do I need to do?
Out in front of your property, Jonah's shaking his head now.
It's not in the road.
There should be survey stakes at the corner of these 4 lots, corners that you see on Beacon.
If you can look at
Approximately.
your survey stake, that will maybe save you
One
having
look-
to ask for.
2 of them one looks like it's under a shed and the other one looks like it's under concrete. That'll be the difficult part.
Well, mine is the survey stake.
Can you, Steve, are you doing the work or potentially doing the work there?
Essentially, yes.
Is there any way you can take a metal detector out there and see if you guys can find the survey stakes?
Yeah. And then
The process for vacates always went through planning and then has to go through the town board.
And is that process smoothest with having a new survey in hand?
It hasn't prior, but now there's, depends on what planning wants, but as long as there hasn't been anything built in that area, it hasn't been, the biggest concern is gonna be that, looks like a pole shadow right there off the corner of the carport maybe.
Yeah, there's a pole there behind the carport,
Does that power line go east and west?
yeah, catty corner, a little bit to the south,
Is it a power line or a phone line?
tower.
It gets right over McIntyre's property, right? Is
Yeah,
that
There's one
street?
that comes, yeah, it comes from McIntyre's and then it goes to Connie Murphy's. So yeah, I guess it comes in both ways.
So would you suggest a new survey for her, or would you suggest that
I
she
think-
pull the current survey?
I would say if you guys are gonna make the decision whether you're gonna vote on this or not. If you're not gonna vote on it tonight, I think it goes back to Susie to follow up with planning still, or, and the town board to follow process, to give her the right recommendation to move forward. That's, you guys have to make a decision first.
Jolene, would Donna have copies of any of them surveys?
Okay,
It's probably just as easy to get
She's got
anyone
everything
done.
from 1944.
I'll
It's
make a
probably just
motion
easy
to
to
close
do
the
it.
public hearing.
alright, we're gonna close the public part of that now, second.
All in favor?
I'm with Nick, I think, on this, cause I don't wanna put them in a bad position where we approve it and then they have to backtrack and then we can't do it.
I agree with the utility pole and not knowing exactly how close, or if that's gonna go into the alley. Like, it's one thing if it's going like up to the alley, but if it's actually crossing over and restricting the ability to get to that pole if needed, that kind of thing. But if we had new information, new stakes to know exactly how far over it's going.
I totally agree.
Okay. Any other feedback? Okay, so
So I make a motion to table this request until we have more information in regards to property lines and easements of the alleyway.
Everybody in favor? I'm just trying to represent.
Thank you, I'll follow up tomorrow.
thank you very much, appreciate that. Okay. Robert King?
Yeah,
There we are.
call me Bob.
Okay, so let's open the public hearing for the King residents.
7:15.
They lost a shed to the north of their house, which is the backside of their house. And they wanna, that was during the tornado? Okay, and so they wanna put a slightly bigger one up, but they wanna move it. It was behind their house and the tree. I don't know if everybody's familiar with that. If you look at that picture, there's a big tree there on the northwest corner.
It was the side of the garage and the tree. It was between the side of the garage and the tree
Yeah.
originally.
And there's a little like alleyway there. They have their tractor or golf cart or something in there.
That's our other driveway, yeah,
That's your other driveway. in.
yeah.
So they just wanna move this shed from where it was, and they wanna take it west alongside that little driveway and place it just in front, I'm gonna say to the west of the tree. So it'll be coming off the corner of the house there.
Like right here, your turn.
Is there any neighbors here that might be part of that?
Mike, don't you say.
Very been true.
How far off the road will it be?
I can give you an approximate off the road. 18 feet.
Okay. And the reason I ask, because I know the setback for the property line, but for that line of sight for cars coming out and
Oh,
that
it
kind
would
of thing, just making sure there's
Yeah.
enough at the edge of the road.
Yeah, no.
Close public hearing, can we discuss?
Yeah, we're gonna close the public hearing
Make a motion to close it.
and, yeah.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye. Um, you know, what,
I was just gonna ask if anybody had any issues.
I personally do not. I see what they're doing. I didn't see any obstruction from the view or any of that kind of stuff. I don't think it's gonna hurt anybody. The property behind them has a privacy fence. So, which isn't gonna interfere with any of that I'm aware of. Based on what I just kinda stepped off, so I don't have an issue with that, personally. Make a motion to approve. All in favor?
Okay.
Oh, second, sorry.
Oh,
I'm rushing it.
Do I?
we need to talk about the finding.
That's right.
Oh,
I just read those too.
we'll go back.
All right, we'll go back. So finding one, we have to go through this process. So finding one, the approval will not be injurious or be based on a perceived reduction of or restriction on economic gain. The answer to that would be no. And finding four, the approval will not in any way impede or go against the long-term vision laid out in the 2013 comprehensive plan. Again, the answer to that is no. On finding five, is there anything unique about this property that would affect the variance request? And I did not find anything, so the answer is that no. So we recommend at this point, based off of our vote here, that we would approve that request. So you can get your screw gun ready and have that.
One question, Susie, now you called Plymouth or?
Yes, I have to call them.
Okay, I got the application here.
Now,
Do you want it?
No, I have one online.
Okay.
I'll call tomorrow and talk to them about your problem.
If there's nothing else we need to do.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Don't work too hard. Thank you for coming.
Don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Can't if we want to do any more.
That's right.
Okay. We're gonna open the hearing for the third and final, hearing or appointment tonight. This is for William, is it Gotham?
Gotham.
There you are. Thanks for coming here tonight. This is, for the American Legion, right?
Yes.
The property back there.
Spencer, before this starts, I'm totally abstaining from this one.
Okay,
Commander of the Sun, so.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Make sure you put that note.
Okay. Hearing is opened. The public, all in favor?
At 7:21.
Okay, so the American Legion wants to add a 26 by 36 storage shed to the property, either the west, I call it the backside of it. There's a gravel lot back there.
Yes,
And there's a small storage facility right there now,
yes, that will go.
and that's gonna leave, okay? And so you're gonna put it basically right where that's at, running east and west,
Yes.
if I'm looking at this correctly, okay. My question to you, is that light pole that's there, is that gonna interfere, does it have to be moved or anything?
I believe it'll back right up to it,
Oh, are you? Okay.
yes.
Is there any neighbors here? I am, but I'm not gonna say anything. I got a letter on that. Nobody else is here? Okay. I do have one question for you, and I was a little, just question about the line on South Thompson. How far out are you planning to take that? All the way to the end?
I don't know, I haven't measured it out, I just kind of stepped it out.
Gotcha.
It'll get close to the west end, yes, but how much, I can't tell you that right now. I didn't measure exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't either, I didn't look it up. But this was a little bit of concern for me where that's gonna set up.
You're looking at the, like
Yeah.
the rough one, the next one, show the actual.
Yeah, but see, we don't know where it's gonna set, right? Cause this is the building he's got. And I don't know where 36 feet is gonna be. So I did.
Which,
So in a matter of speaking, this is gonna sit like this.
this is the alley.
Alright, so according to Beacon, 36 feet is roughly halfway back. It's not the whole line.
Okay, so it's not going to the road as depicted in the handrail.
This is all.
Right, but this,
This will sit.
Do you wanna see Beacon?
See, I can show that.
okay, so it's going here and not over here,
Right.
You're right.
because this is showing it
Correct.
all the way against the
There's a
alley.
picture, my truck's right there now, it's to the right of my truck.
Okay,
There's at least 4 parking
So on
spaces
this-
from down the street.
This is going,
so on this, it's gonna be over here.
It's gonna sit on the
So
line
there's
still.
opening here.
yeah, he's got it right there. See, here's the building, and this is gonna go right here. So basically, it's gonna be right in here somewhere. Because there's the
Right.
pole,
Correct.
right?
Exactly.
Okay,
Where the current building is just like.
Yeah, should, it'll sit on top of the shed. should-
Susie, how far did you say?
I'm gonna kind of map it out for you and show you on Beacon. Roughly. The red. That's roughly
Okay.
26 by 36. Starting to cover up that little building. So his picture isn't,
in
So you're,
proportion.
yeah, so we're,
It's the
Rural
mix.
down.
so we're
Yeah.
well within, visual and all that stuff. That was my big
Okay.
concern.
Yes, that corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's not even going.
Not even by the road.
Too much. Okay, that was the only concern I really had. Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Questions here at the table? Comments? Okay, so that's on this page. All right, so the first finding on this one is the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, general welfare of the community. The only safety concern I had was that visual, and I think we've determined that that's not gonna be an issue, so the answer to that is no. Finding two, the use and the value of the area adjacent to the property, included in the variance, will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. I don't believe that is the case either, so no. Finding three, the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. This situation shall not be self-imposed nor based in a perceived reduction of or restriction on economic gain. No. Finding four, the approval will not in any way impede or go against long-term vision laid out for the 2030 comprehensive plan. No. And finding five, is there anything unique about this property that would affect the variance request? And again, the answer is no. So at this point, unless someone else has got any other concerns or questions,
I have a question. What are you planning on using it for? Just-
Storage, wheelchairs, tables, all the stuff that you gather up over a lifetime.
Okay.
So it'll probably be full.
I don't have any other questions.
anybody else?
I will make a motion to approve the request.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're good to go.
What's our next step then?
Susie?
I am calling Marshall County tomorrow, so I will talk to them and then send them over the information that they need.
Thank you much.
You're welcome.
No
Maybe
problem.
would you get back with us then after you talk with the county?
Do you guys, you have an email on file, right? Cause they'll send it to your email, your approved permit. But if you need me to call you, I will.
No, it's fine, just email.
Alright. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
All right. I think that's all we have to hear tonight. I thank everybody for coming out. We're gonna close the meeting.
Make a motion to close.
Seconded.
Everybody's vote?